Hello friends, welcome back to my final Animal Crossing Island series. Today we are decorating the homes of Maple and Pecan. I didn't intentionally put them next to each other, but when I decided recently that I was finally going to finish this island, with the Switch 2 on the horizon and we don't know what's coming, I'm filming this before the most recent direct. So if we got some Animal Crossing news, I do not know about it yet. I don't know if we will. I feel like we won't hear about Animal Crossing, but I would be surprised if we don't see at least a little snippet of Tom Nook on the direct, even if it's just like, coming in the near future, the distant future. But I'm not expecting like an announcement, But it would be exciting, wouldn't it? Because a lot of us do. It's synonymous. The Switch and Animal Crossing, it feels like one and the same. A lot of people bought the Switch specifically because of Animal Crossing, especially in lockdown. So yeah, I don't know. Anyway, off on a tangent. Recently, when I decided that I was finally going to finish my Forever Island, and I wanted to finish it before the Switch 2 came out, I don't know, it's an arbitrary date, but I decided that for myself. One of the things that I wanted to do was give each of the villagers a job. And so with that in mind, that was going to help shape what all of their villager homes were going to be decorated like. And when I was looking through, I was kind of wandering around my island, I realised that I hadn't really given Pecan a lot of space to work with. And I wasn't sure what job I was going to give her. I was considering something kind of fashiony. She's just cute, isn't she? And then I realised Maple and Pecan, they're both kind of desserty. And I thought they could be in a little business together. So the general vibe is like syrup. Obviously, there's a lot of honey related items. It is what it is. But let's just say it's syrup, maple syrup, whatever. It's kind of, they're in a sweet business. So first of all, here I am decorating the outdoors. Lots of these little items just felt so perfect for the theme, but the indoors, that's where it's really going to get exciting. In hindsight, I could have left the exterior of both of the homes, and what really bugs me about this particular feature is you can't see the houses in situ. So I couldn't remember what Maple's house looked like. I couldn't remember what Pecan's house looked like before. I couldn't remember what any of the area around the houses looked like. I just would have loved to be able to see it like where it was going to be, but whatever. I changed it. It was what it was. So we're kicking off with Pecan's house. I actually loved the decor. I thought it went really well with the character, but that was by the by. I actually think that I perhaps should have looked at some like inspiration images, and I may do that for future builds because I was just winging this completely. I had no idea what items there could be that might fit with this. I wasn't looking for anything. In hindsight, the shelving would have worked really well, but I should have been a little bit more planned out. By the time I came to do Maple's house, I feel like her house was so much better. Pecan's, I kind of went with a bit of a factory. At this point, I wasn't sure whether or not it was going to be like, is this going to be a cafe/restaurant to Maple's more of a factory cooking situation? Like, does Maple make the things and does Pecan sell the things? That's kind of how I had that in my mind. And what it ended up being was, I kind of was thinking Maple was more of the chef. Maple was more of the making of the things. And Pecan, this was kind of a factory, kind of production, not production, more like packaging and like storage, and maybe people could collect from here. But again, I didn't really have a solid idea before I started out. One thing I did have was a really cool logo that I'd made. Tell me that's not the coolest. So I wanted to use that as much as I can, and you will see I overused it in Maples. Can you overuse a logo that's so fabulous? Probably not. But yeah, I kept it a little bit simpler in here, and I did like how it ended up, but it just was maybe, I don't know, it was kind of a little bit aimless, I think, was mainly the problem. Again, looking for any way to use this sign that I could. And I'm doing the thing that I always do when I'm decorating, which is just throwing everything down that I can possibly use and then editing later. Do you know what I would quite like? And this is the same when you're buying things, because you can only buy 5 things a day. I'd quite like in the next Animal Crossing for there to be some kind of feature so that we can favorite items. So, now if I was going through, I'd like to be able to like tick, 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 and then have an area of favorites that I could decorate with those instead of having to get them all out. Just because there's so many items in this game, it's really hard to remember everything. And when I'm going through buying things on a daily basis, I'd like to be able to kind of make a wish list of items so that my 5 every day, I can just go and tick down my wish list instead of having to go through every single item like I am now and figure out what maybe I might have wanted yesterday. You know, especially when you're playing it actually a day at a time and you're not time traveling. It's really hard to remember, oh, yesterday, what did I want to buy for my 6th item before I ran out of items to buy? That would be a nice thing. And if it is a thing and I'm missing it, please someone let me know. But you're kind of getting kind of where this is coming together now, right? This is maybe someone could come in and purchase from here, but really this feels like somewhere that Pecan is working from, maybe storage. It's a little bit factory-esque. I don't know. I could at some point change this. The more I look at it, the more I think I feel like I should have gone more with a restaurant, but I do really like the sugarcane boxes. I think they are really cool. And also I needed to use the stack of pancakes. I think I used the stack of pancakes in Maples. I'm not sure if I left them in this build, but I definitely had them in Maples. There actually aren't that many items that are syrup related. I kind of thought that there would be. Like, you'd think that there might be like a maple syrup jug or something. I did end up using the clay jug in the other build, but I did feel like we were missing something, you know? I'm actually annoyed with myself because I didn't do a full walk around once I'd finished this build before going on to Maples. So at the end of this, we'll go and visit and take a look. Anyway, on to Maples. And again, I probably could have left her exterior exactly as was, and I couldn't remember what it looked like in situ, but I just decided to go with a similar vibe. As it happens, Weber's house is also on that line. They're like all in line with each other as neighbours, and Weber's house has also got the same shape, so it was completely by accident, but I quite like them all together. Maple's house I didn't love as it was, so I didn't feel too bad about ripping it up. I didn't feel too bad about getting rid of everything, honestly, because this was not what I would have done for Maple. I suppose it's like a teddy bear's house, so yeah, but no, not for me. So obviously, as before, just clear everything out. She had a few more things to clear out than Pecan. Is Maple a she? I don't know, you know, I'm always wrong when I guess. So I was looking again for something. I was kind of tempted to use the honeycomb wall. It was too much. I could have potentially used it as an accent wall on the door side. So you didn't see it very much, but it was there. And if I do at some point decide to make any alterations to the exterior of these houses, there are a few tweaks that I would make to the interior, and that probably would have been one of them in this. But I really like this wall, and this wall I've actually got in my regular house at the moment. I don't think it's going to stay, but I do really like it, so I'm glad that I found a way to use it in one of the villagers' homes. So the general vibe for this was, as I said, going to be kind of like, this is where she's making the syrups, this is where she's going to be creating the product. So I wanted it to feel I kind of wanted it to feel like the inside of a syrup bottle. And that is very much the vibe that we ended up with. The honeycomb flooring wasn't right. You see, it's too much. It's too much. It needed to be something less, but it was tempting. I settled on this just like boring wooden floor. I'm not sure if I kept that rug, but I do like it with the wall colour. Again, trying to find any way to use that design that I made. I love it. It's just like maple and pecan with a little bee, and the syrup is like coming down the side of the sign. I love it. What I kind of wanted to do was have something in the middle of the room, kind of almost like a kitchen island. I'm not sure whether that was supposed to be for people to eat at or for people to be working at, or maybe we did like workshops like I did with Cookie's flowers. Is she called Cookie? I think she's called Cookie. Terrible of me not to know. But that's kind of what I had in mind. I wanted like all like nice, warm, glowy tones, and I wanted to have some kind of like island in the middle. I'll tell you something that did make a difference, I think. Not having windows. Not having windows was something that made this a really, really cozy space, which I'm going to try and keep in mind in the rest of my builds. I also did not know that that stone cooking thing, that craft thing that you can make. I did not know that you could have it in different colours. And now I'm totally going to use that. I'm going to have that in every build that I ever make, because how cool is that? It also perfectly goes with these colours. But there were other ones, other like iterations of it that I love that. How did I not know? I also wasn't sure with that scaffolding whether or not we could use it as shelving. Again, something I may look at in the future, because shelves that we can use, shelves that we can put things on, are something that I was really lacking. I'm not sure if I just don't have the items or if it doesn't exist, because I have had things in the past where you can put things in little areas, but I would have liked more open shelves where we can just put all the things that we want on it. If I'm making a wish list for the future Animal Crossing game, I'd like that to be on there. Also, forget about the counters. Always forget about the counters. So when I'm looking for items for kitchens, the counter just works perfectly. And why am I not using it all the time? So I got rid of the other things that I was considering putting there, because the counters were just too good not to use. Also, the little jars. I don't have that item outside of this, like to use on my regular things. I don't have that item and I really want it. If anyone wants to come and bring it to me so that I can catalogue it, I would love that. Because the jars would just be perfect, especially for our farmer's market. So this is where I'm trying to make something kind of like a kitchen island. I decided in the end just one table was fine, but I went through all of the tables that were available to see if any of them looked like one table when you put them next to each other. They really don't. I feel like the one that does is the craftable, what's it called? The project table. I'm not sure if this was in my list or if I just missed it, but I'm pretty sure the project table, when you put them next to each other, there's like no gap. And that's kind of what I was looking for. In the end, I decided to use the counter because the counter colour just worked really well. I liked that. And instead of making it like a kitchen island, I kind of did like a breakfast bar / if Maple and Pecan were to have a cooking show, what a fabulous backdrop this is. Like, imagine. So that's kind of part of what I had going on here. Obviously, we had to have the beehives, honeycomb, the whole vibe. I love that as you turn them around, you get a different item. The look is completely different. It's so cute. And then obviously we needed the pancakes because syrup. We needed the pancakes included there. I was considering for a second, maybe we do like a drink or whatever. I decided instead I was going to use the pitcher and the pancakes, because then we can say that the pancakes had syrup in the pitcher. Also, did you know that this was a thing? Didn't know we could put a custom design on the jars. So I'm going to do that on the items that we send to the farmer's market as well. I thought would be cute. Anything that we can have a design on, I will put a design on. So it's like all the different jobs in the area, if any of them, like Maple and Pecan, are villages that have specific jobs that make products that could be sold at the farmer's market, like cookies, flowers, then we can put their logo on it. So you know, oh, that's so-and-so's item, you know? How cute is this? I am so happy with this build. It might be my favourite one I've ever done. Now I'm just going to hop on in-game and see if Pecan is available for a visit. Oh, the curtains are closed. Pecan is out. Okay, well, they'll come back. They'll come back, but I think Maple's home. Is Maple home? She is. So let's just go and have a look around properly. I just love it. And you've got kind of like the bugs going around in the spring, summer as well. It's so cute. I can't wait to do a full island tour. Because I've got the different seasons, I'm going to do a full island tour, but like do all of the seasons that are relevant. So actually, this is in the autumn part of the island. I love this cooker in these colours so much. And the little logo on the jars. That detail is amazing. I can't wait to put all the different logos on the jars. I can't wait. And Maple's just like hanging out. Look how happy she is. She's just hanging out with a cup of tea and a steaming hot pancakes and syrup. Tell me this is just not the cutest thing ever. Oh, did I just leave that drink on the floor? Yeah, I did. I totally missed that. Ah, but how cute. Okay, I went back a couple of days and I'm playing as a different character. Let's go visit Pecan. Oh, there's like oh, she's making something. I was like, there's a sizzling noise. Is this the same as when they are crafting? Is she going to give me a recipe? I don't actually think that Spring knows how to learn recipes, so maybe not. No. But is that what she would do? Because I've never seen this before. But maybe they don't usually have kitchens. I don't know. Anyway, here we are. Let's go into photo mode. Actually, I'll get myself out of the way first. In case she... Oh, no, I don't want to leave. I didn't want to leave. I was just getting out of the way. I'll get out of the way while I'm in photo mode. Imagine if she comes out now. Get back in quick. Let's get in photo mode and then do that. So we're safe. So now if she does this, yeah, she won't leave. That's fine. I would like, there's no way for me to get rid of the characters to take a picture, which is annoying. I know we can do that when we're building, but you know, at another time like this, it would be nice to be able to take a picture without the characters, without the villagers being inside, you know? That would be a nice option, like to get rid of me from this photo. Also Pecan, but we won't say that too loud. How cute. I love this. I know I think it's supposed to be a restaurant. That's so creepy. Just in the doorway. I think it's supposed to be a restaurant, the wall, but I love it. As like a kind of warehousey vibe. It's so cute. But it does seem like maybe they sell something from it because we've got like the sauces up there, then we've got the pictures of the juice and things on. I feel like people could come and maybe collect their orders, or they could place orders and collect them here. That's the same thing, but you know what I'm saying. I feel like that maybe is the vibe here rather than it be like a regular shop, you know? She seems really engrossed in whatever that cooking situation is, so we'll leave her to it, but you get the vibe, you get the idea. It's kind of factory-esque. Anyway, that's that. That is Maple and Pecan's little home build. I hope you enjoyed it. I think it's super cute, and if you come and visit, as and when I've got my dream address ready, if you come and visit at golden hour, it is just about the most magical thing ever. How cute is this golden milk can for this? Oh, all of these little, like, every item that I ended up finding for this build, I'm in love with for the purpose. We're ignoring the fact that a duck has got a pizza oven. That's going. One of the builds to come is Weber the duck is going to be a fisherman. So any ideas, any kind of suggestions on items that I should use for that, let me know. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.